Hello everybody, and welcome to my review of Mega Man 5 in the Mega Marathon month. Um, no, yeah, as I said, I'm just gonna get right into this one, because this is pretty much unplanned. I mean, hey, the return of the hoodie, the return of the king, the return of the hoodie king, whatever. Yeah, the original hoodie is back, my signature look, and yeah, so today we're talking about Mega Man 5. Um, I I kind of have an unpopular opinion about this one. See, a lot of people kind of consider this to be one of the weaker Mega Man Classic games, and I mean, yeah, it's not really one of my favorite Mega Man games, but this one's often kind of considered weaker than 4, and overall just kind of meh. But as you know, last time, I kind of prefer this one to 4. I mean, it doesn't really make any kind of like major improvements. I'm not saying it is like a mind blowing Mega Man game, but yeah, I would say I really kind of enjoyed more than 4 and maybe 6. Spoiler alert. But yeah, let's just get into it. So, after Dr. Wily's last defeat, this time, yeah, Dr. Light is taking a stroll outside his lab when Proto Man shows up and flies away with Dr. Light. What the fuck? I mean, no, like seriously, watch the opening cutscene. It looks kind of weird. But Magman shows up for some reason already in his battle armor. I thought I thought he doesn't wear that unless it's like an emergency or like he's fighting somebody or saving civilians. Why is Rock just hanging about the house as Mega Man? But whatever. Mega Man shows up and finds Proto Man's scarf or a piece of it. I don't know, it looks a little too small to be a scarf, but whatever. Um, and deduces from there that it's Proto Man. And now he has to fight it Robot Masters. What the fuck's up with Robot Masters? Is Proto Man suddenly a scientist? Is there just like a pack online where you can just order these fucking things? What the fuck? By the way, yes, I know what a Robot Master is in a canonical sense, but like, where the fuck would Proto Man get them? Oh wait, big shock, it wasn't Proto Man. It was a robot called Dark Man imitating him, and it was really Dr. Wily. Gasp. I mean, okay, this is kind of better than the Dr. Cossack twist, I guess. I mean, like, because I remember I said before that my problem with the whole Wily manipulating someone and being all like, uh, and like making them do the dirty work doesn't really make sense because, well, if they kill Mega Man, then Wily's just gonna come out and be like, no, wait, it was me the whole time, so why not just steal their robots instead of making them do it? You could have just took all the robot masters from Dr. Cossack, but instead you made him fight Mega Man, and you made him build his own fortress castle thing, and you gave him the 8 of your own robots. Sure, okay. But in this, it makes more sense because it's actually just a robot Wily built that imitates Proto Man. And, I mean, it also kind of makes sense because, I mean, Proto Man at this point in the series seemed still sort of like weirdly unaligned. I mean, sure, he helps you in Gemini Man's level and he saves you at the end of Mega Man 3, but you still don't entirely know if he's a good guy. Even at the end of Mega Man 3, you're still not really sure what his deal is. And in Mega Man 4, he shows up for like a split second with Kalinka. And then Wily says the Pro Man betrayed him. So, I mean, like, yeah, I guess, like, from a player's perspective, it could be possible for Proto Man to be evil. But I mean, like, so I mean, it's not like the twist isn't really that Dr. Wily is behind it, because of course he is. Where would Proto Man get 8 robot masters? He's not a super genius. He's a super fighting robot, better than you, Proto Man. Yeah, so the game treats it more like the twist is that Dr. Wily was behind it, but to me the twist is more that it isn't Proto Man at all, it's Dark Man. So there's that. One cutscene I actually really like is where when Mega Man comes face to face with the fake Proto Man in the Dark Man castle thing, the Proto Man castle, which looks like a giant spaceship. um, but Mega Man, there's like a cutscene where Mega Man can't bring himself to shoot Proto Man. Like he kind of jumps in, and then Dark Man as Proto Man starts aiming his buster at him, and Mega Man just kind of backs into a corner. Like he chooses not to fight, but I think it's kind of an interesting character moment for Mega Man. I like that. Until the real Proto Man shows up, shoots Dark Man, and reveals him, and then you beat the shit out of Dark Man if you get all the beat parts. Uh, so yeah, I mean, the whole Dr. Wily twist thing is really dumb. The game treats that like the major twist, but I think it's really stupid. I didn't bring this up, but the ending of Mega Man 4 sucks. Wily literally just escapes through like a trick wall that like flips around. I mean, like at least in Mega Man 4, like it was possible to like not see the little like capsule thing. Wily was presumed dead. So at least then it made sense. But he literally just escapes at the end of the last game. Of course he's behind this. So yeah. The plot in certain areas is kind of better and worse than Mega Man 4. But, well, let's go beyond that and onto the gameplay. Gameplay wise, well, I mean, everything's pretty much the same. It's Mega Man. I mean, your charge shot gets upgraded, so now it's pretty much impossible to miss enemies with, which I don't really like. I mean, I like the added damage, but I don't like that the shot is bigger. It makes it kind of easy. Like, in most Mega Man games, there are, like, quite a few, like, bullet sponge enemies, but a lot of the enemies in this game go down pretty easy, with not many hits. So you can just kind of bulldoze a lot of the enemies. It's kind of broken. Yeah, it sure is Mega Man. I like a lot of levels and I like the Robot Masters. This game actually has my favorite Robot Master of all time in it, Napalm Man. He's like a walking fucking weapon. Like, seriously, he's a big fucking tank. He's awesome. Also, I was doing my other favorites, Gyro Man and Crystal Man. Yeah, I really like a lot of the Robot Masters in this game. And unlike Mega Man 4, they aren't ripped off from Mega Man 2. I mean, like, yeah. So, there's a lot of really great Robot Masters in this game. And I really like all their stages. Yeah, to be honest, I don't have a whole lot to say here for the gameplay. It sure is Mega Man. And that is kind of why people don't like this game. It is just kind of another Mega Man game, but to be honest, I'm cool with it. I mean, I find it more fun than 4. All the bosses are pretty solid and fun. I can only think of a boss in the game where I was really like, oh, that guy sucked. Like, no, I like pretty much all the Robot Masters. They're all pretty fun. I like all their stages. I think I would say the same thing about Mega Man 5 that I would say about 3. Like, yeah, it doesn't really excel in any department, but I mean, like, it does really well in pretty much all of them. I mean, I don't like this game as much as 3, but Yeah, I would say it's kind of comparable to it. 4 just didn't really feel like it did all that well in most departments. Like, the levels graphically or whatever, the Robot Masters were all kind of just ripped off from 2. Um, yeah. But this game feels like it does a lot of things really well. Not really amazingly, but all really freaking well. Um, although, graphically, this game is kind of gorgeous. No, like, yeah, it isn't. Like, if you look at it, nothing's really changed, but, like, the stages look really nice. Particularly Crystal Man's. Yeah, I really like this game's graphics. I said I like a lot of the stages, but I think it's mostly just kind of the themes. Like, one thing I like about Napalm Man is that it's very clearly kind of like based on Vietnam. Which, fun fact, I guess, Napalm Man actually got this game banned in Vietnam because the level is kind of because the level and the Robot Master themselves were kind of based off a certain war with America you may have heard of. um, yeah. But yeah, I really like all the stages. I like a lot of the enemies. I really like the enemy designs of Mega Man games, and they're all pretty expressive and good looking in this game. Overall, I just like a lot of the sprites for the Robot Masters. I like the Darkman sprites. Um, I really like the Proto Man and Wily Castle designs. I really like how the stages look. The graphics in this game are really nice. Although the soundtrack is kind of what lets the presentation down. But yeah, aside from that, the presentation's pretty great. I really like it. And yeah, that's pretty much the only area that this game does really well. But as I said, this game in a similar way to 3 doesn't really amaze me in any particular area aside from graphics. But it but it does a lot of them really, really well. Which is definitely enough to get me to like it more than 4. But yeah, that's Mega Man 5. Not a whole lot to say here, but I really like this one. It's pretty good, and I would say this is a pretty good Mega Man game for beginners, in a similar vein to 2 on normal mode, or even Mega Man 3. If you're gonna start with anyone, I would maybe say this one. The difficulty's not crazy for a Mega Man game, and yeah, it's just a really solid time. I'm that guy with the googly eyes. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, leave a like. If you enjoy my content and you want to see more, consider subscribing. Anyway, see you next time when I review Mega Man 6.